Hi, I'm Alex. So the beginning of my journey was fairly difficult. It wasn't like it was negative or dark. The tobacco in the beginning kind of really messed me up, my sinuses. As you all know, you probably all heard me sniffling the entire freaking hour and a half. But after that hour and a half, okay, so during that time though, so I went to a place in my head that I've been to before. Actually, a couple different times, usually on mushrooms or DMT or somewhere, and I'm fairly certain it's like my general conscious, like it's like the main frame of my conscious. Basically, it looks like a tower, like you're like in the inside of a tower, and then it's kind of like the color of the walls, like that beige. And then there's a connecting room that's kind of like a carousel, but but it's not a carousel. It's like a whole room that just rotates. And in these areas, there's tons of different colored doors, and they're all over, like all over. And then there's just little knickknacks and art things all over the walls, everywhere. It's like covered, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful spot. And I just wanted to open up all the doors. I wanted to just run through all of them. But every time I tried to focus on my breathing, it kept pulling me back because I couldn't breathe. So I pull me back and I go back in, and pull me back and I go back in, and I'm like, screw it, we'll come back later. So um, it was hard. That first hour was hard because I kept trying to follow or be led somewhere, and there was something stopping me every single time. There was some force in me that was like, "Hey, good luck, good luck getting in there." And I realized that throughout the end that it was actually in my sacral chakra. Um, like we would try to get into it, and it was like a thick black disc, and it was thick and metal, and you couldn't puncture it. And it was like laser beams. We were trying to use laser beams, like pew, and they were just like flinging everywhere. And I'm like, shit. Um, um, so by the end of that first round, though, maybe not even the end, like the middle, when I started to be able to breathe again, um, Grandma Ayahuasca actually spoke with me, and she stayed with me the entire time, like full conversations, like actually was guiding me because I wasn't able to open up everything in myself, and I think she knew that. And like when she first came up, I was like, my first thought is that's my own head. You know what I mean? That's me. It's like whatever. But it didn't sound like me, and she kept using words like mija, and she kept calling me baby, and it was just like such a comforting mother role, and it was just beautiful. um, I kept trying to get like down deeper and all that stuff, and she kept asking me like, "Mija, why are you afraid?" I'm like, "I don't know. I need your help. I don't know why I'm afraid, and I think I'm just afraid of myself." And then I realized, so when I started laughing really uncontrollably, is I realized I'm just afraid of everything. Like I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of my art. I'm afraid of my feelings. I'm afraid of my negative thoughts, my darkness. But the thing is, like when I say I'm afraid, I don't feel fearful, but I do feel held back. Um, my depression is something I've had to deal with my entire life. I've never been medicated or anything else, so I've just learned to live with it in the darkness and love it and appreciate it in a sense. But sometimes it just gets so overwhelming, and I'm so weak, and I don't know how to get out to the point where I feel like, can somebody just take it? Just take it all. I don't care. I don't need it anymore. Just take everything. And I think she realized that. She's like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to do this. You're going to do this. You have all of the tools. You are the tool." And I'm like, "I know." And I kept asking her, I'm like, "I don't know why I'm afraid. Can you please help me?" And it got to the point along the line where I was like, "Grandma, I'm so tired." She goes, "I know, Mija. I know. There's a lot here. It's okay. Take some rest." and, and I started crying. And I tried not to be loud, but I just wanted to like wail, cry. And she doesn't have a face. She's just a very strong, feminine glow. And she just held me. And she held me while I cried. And I just needed it so much. Okay. That was first round. The second round, second round, Amalia was so good to me, and she gave me about that much. And I was like, oh. And at first my thought was, shouldn't I have more? And then I was like, nah, probably not. So that second round was all about reflection and my ability to, there was no really visuals. The first one was just so insanely visual that I could not focus on much. So the second round, I was able to sit calmly and sit there. And something I didn't realize that I was going to get from this was something that I definitely needed. Grandma helped me figure out every single thing that is not serving me correctly, like every single thing. Like she helped me make like goal lists, to-do lists, all in my head, just like written out, just everything. I imagined us both at a desk writing out these to-do lists. And I'm quitting my job, so yay me. So that, and then I want to just be better to me. I want to do things that make me happy. Like I want to be around nature and plants, and I just want to just help. I want to help. And like Shoshana had said, like there were times during the ceremony where there were certain people, like you were one, Teo was one, Shoshana was one, where I just wanted to hold you. I just wanted to hold you. And it wasn't because like I felt like you needed the help. It's just because my heart sang free, and I just wanted to comfort you. I wanted to do what Grandma did for me, you know? And I couldn't do that. So instead what I did was I sent out manifestations of my healing. I sent like, I just want you all to get the most out of what you were feeling. And I did that pretty much for everyone in the room. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm really shaky. Okay. Third round, she gave me a little bit bigger of a shot. I started getting visuals again, started feeling whatever else. I started having visions of random people in my life. Like random people. Like people I connect with really deeply, but like don't really know very well. You know what I mean? Like my friend Cody just showed up in like a random, like a ship window, like the circle window. And he was just like, I'm like, dude. And my friend Jenna, who's just like got this most magnificent smile, and she's just like a mother through and through. And she just like from across the room, just smiling. I'm like, oh, thank you. And the coolest part about my entire thing was Grandma taught me a mantra that I kept saying throughout the entire thing. She would come randomly, she'd be like, Alex? I'm like, yes, Grandma? And she would start the mantra, and the mantra goes, you love your vessel. I say, I love my vessel. She say, you will respect your vessel. I say, I will respect my vessel. You will be kind to your vessel. I will be kind to my vessel. You will speak kindly to your vessel. I said, I will speak kindly to my vessel. It says, your vessel is beautiful, and so are you. So my vessel is beautiful, and so am I. And probably about 5 times or 6 times, or probably possibly more, that's something that she brought back to me throughout the entire time. And it's going to stay with me the rest of my life. And I just know it. I'm like, but all in all, I got what I was looking for, even though I couldn't break through to anything I wanted to break through in a sense. But I got that feeling of self-love and that feeling of self-acceptance, and and it made me want to create again, because it's been so long since I created. Because like Ronnie was saying about how money just ruins things that you love. And money kind of ruined my art, because I was worried about if I was going to make money off of it, if I was going to do this, if I was going to do that. I was telling you guys last night, like I've made full like rings, I've made full things. I've just taken a hammer and just fucking crushed it, because it wasn't good enough in my head, and that's not cool. So that's something I'm going to take into the outside world and realize that my art isn't perfect, and it doesn't have to be, because I'm not fucking perfect, and I don't fucking want to be. I'm a fucking mess, and I love this mess, and I'm gonna survive, and I'm gonna thrive, and I'm gonna make necessary changes. So thank you all for listening, and thank you all for being so patient with everything, and I just love you all so much. So thank you.